everyone, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today's video is going to talk about everything I've watched in the month of March. Not as much as the previous months, but still enough to have a video of its own. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, even DVDs, I still watch those once in a while and talk about here. If you just like home theater movies in general, please check out my other videos on my channel because I do these different. I do these monthly watches. My throat's going out on me, getting real scratchy. Hopefully I get through this. But anyways, also do reviews, collection updates. I do different discussions. Check that stuff out. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on. And always feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think of anything. So let's talk about everything I watched in the month of March. I should have brought a water down with me. My throat is just killing me. My second video this morning is just like, screw you, let's get out of here. But anyways, we'll start off with a couple of my watch streaming at the beginning of the month. As if I don't mention them right away, I'll probably forget about it. But the first one up is Predator Badlands. I didn't get the chance to go to the theater to see it. And I know as far as buying it on disc, I want to. But I was just waiting I hadn't seen any good pricing yet on them. So many titles, I just, when I'm watching my budget, I just can't, justify spending $30, which is still sad because I remember back in the day, I was spending $35 to $50 for a freaking Laserdisc. And now I'm bitching about spending $30 for a 4K. So it's like, it is what it is, but that's how I am. So I watched this on Hulu. I will buy this eventually once I see some really good deals later this year. It was really good. It definitely, it's a real departure from the previous Predator movies and Prey. Instead of a group of individuals, being hunted by, the Predator species, has to deal with this young Predator that's actually going out on his own and hunting for the first time. So when it started out, I wasn't too sure because, you have a mindset on what you expect. So you definitely, when watching this, you just have to keep an open mind to something different. It is really damn good. I really enjoyed this. The only downside was all the CG. I just wish there would have had more practical effects. Everything is so CG heavy and you lose a lot in the look. I think that'd probably be my only complaint here is the lack of practical effects. But other than that, awesome movie. I highly recommend checking out Predator Badlands. Again, it's on Hulu, so if you have that or Disney, so you can check that out. Next up, we have one Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Now, this one I knew nothing about. I don't know why I'd never heard of it. I just happened to, it was after I watched Predator Badlands, and it popped up as a, possibility. I was like, oh, what's this? So I was just like, oh, hell, while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and watch it. And that's what I did. And it was a really good movie. Both, Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, they play single parents, with these kids. And then all of a sudden they kind of come together and they go on this little trip. It's just crazy, all the things that happen. It is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. I probably would buy this on Blu-ray, eventually. Because I would watch this again. So if you haven't seen this one, definitely check this out. So now let's jump into what I watched on physical media. And the first one up is one I just picked up last month, The Substitute. Also did a review of this if you want to check out. Really good movie with Tom Berenger here. I've always liked this. This came out in the 90s. I forget exactly when. 1996. So, 30 years old. Also, you got Ernie Hudson's in it as well. And Louis Guzman. I forget who else. William Forsythe. So it's got a couple big names in it. It's always a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking this out. And plus, this came from Lionsgate Limited if you want to get the 4K. But if you've got the Blu-ray, check out my review of this because this was not as good as I was expecting. So check my review out and hear my thoughts and decide if you want to upgrade this or not. I don't want to steer you toward getting it and you'd have you disappointed. So Just to give you a heads up about. So, but it is available in Lionsgate Limited. Next up, we've got Overcomer. I've watched this multiple times. This is from the Kendrick brothers. And if you follow my channel, you know, I've talked about their movies a lot. Their, Christian movies. And again, I say this over and over that you don't have to be a Christian to enjoy these movies. They're just really good storytelling at the heart. You know, I'm far from Christian. I love horror movies and action movies. I like shit blowing up. But at the same time, I like a really good faith-based movie. So if you have not seen this one or any of the Kendrick Brothers movies, I highly recommend checking this out or any of them. So basically, a quick synopsis is Alex Kendrick plays a school teacher and a coach and basketball, and the school he's in, all of a sudden the town they live in, the big factory is shutting down and moving. So a lot of the students, families are moving from the area. So now the school is losing programs because people are leaving. And all of a sudden he just, his team, everything, he's losing everything. And he gets assigned to cross country, and the one, but it only has one person try out, and she's has asthma. So it's all about that. And of course you throw in, the faith-based stuff in there as well about overcoming, all the different things. So again, I highly recommend checking this out. This is a really good movie. Next up, we've got Apollo 13. Another classic here. I've watched many, many times. Great movie. Great 4K here. If you haven't seen this, I don't know what you're waiting for. As I think everyone under the sun, under the moon, should say, has seen this movie. But if not, it's like one of the best out there. Ron Howard is like, you put his name to a movie and it's going to be gold. I like everything he does. Next up, we've got another classic, The Hunt for October. This is probably my favorite Jack Ryan movie. As much as I love Harrison Ford, the two that he did are good, but I just think this is the best one. And I've watched this many, many times. You've probably heard me talk about this on my channel multiple times. But it's just one of those comfort movies. It's safe to throw in. You don't have to pay attention to it. You just freaking enjoy it. I mean, you got Sean Connery, Alec Baldwin, Scott Glenn, James Earl Jones, Sam Neill. Phenomenal job here. Next up, we got Going in Style. This is a freaking hilarious movie. You've got Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and I always forget his name. I don't know why I always forget it. Alan Arkin. Matt Dillon's in it. Christopher Lloyd. Such a fun movie. They got these old guys. Their place they retired from. They're shutting down their pensions. All these people are losing money, and actually witness a bank robbery and decide to say, like, maybe we can do it. So you got these three old farts that decide they want to go rob a bank. And it is good. I laughed my ass off. This is a really fun movie. If you've not seen this, check this out. It is damn good. Next up, we've got I Can Only Imagine. If you follow me, I've talked about this multiple times. It's a true story. It's based on Bart Millard, the lead singer of Mercy Me, Christian band. A wonderful movie here. They got in the second one that just came out as well. I haven't seen it. I'll probably pick it up when it comes to physical media. This also has Dennis Quaid in it. He plays an abusive father, and basically, Bart grew up with and gets away from all that, toxicity. Gets involved with this Christian band, calls it Mercy Me. So if you want a good inspirational true story, definitely, you got to get this. This is incredible. One of the best out there. Next up, we've got Cool Runnings, a Disney classic with John Candy. Can never get enough of this movie. Of course, this is part of the Disney Movie Club. It was one of those I was glad to get before the club closed down. Of course, inspired by a true story of Jamaica putting together their own bobsled team. and John Candy plays the coach. So great fun time here. Again, you can watch this anytime, watch it multiple times. It's not afraid to put this on and have a good laugh. Next up, we've got Clock Stoppers. You can see here I got the DVD, never upgraded it. Fun movie. Haven't watched this for a while. I can't remember last time I watched this. I break this out every year or two and kind of browsing through, looking for something to watch. Again, I'm not afraid to watch DVDs. I still got a lot of DVDs in my collection. It's one of those I wouldn't mind getting a Blu-ray to upgrade it, but do I need it? I don't think so. This is good enough. It's not a big action movie. I need to have it in high definition. It's just a fun movie I can pop in anytime I want. But it deals with the awareness, the technology that has us watch that it doesn't stop time, but it slows down everything to where it actually speeds you up to where someone on the outside doesn't see it, and all of a sudden, if you're in this little bubble of time, everything else is going almost non-stop. It's just really slow, and you can do whatever. So it's a fun movie. You got the bad guys wanting to get it back. Michael Biehn's in it. So, yeah, Clock Stopper is a really fun movie. Next up, we've got Big Fat Liar. This is one of those, if you're in one of those moods, if you just need a good laugh, you got to put this one in because this is a freaking riot. I love this every time. It's just so fun. Paul Giamatti, he's a great actor. I think he doesn't get his due. He's always supporting roles. He does serious. He's done not much action, but there's a comedy. Again, hysterical movie, always good for a laugh. Next up, we've got another faith-based movie, The Grace Card. I've watched this a couple times. This is really good. Again, if you're someone that likes different inspirational movies, I would recommend checking this out. This is really good. Got a great story. I got the couple of the actors I'm not familiar with. Michael Joyner and Michael Higginbottom. Michael Higginbottom. And it also has Louis Gossett Jr. Basically revolves around this guy. He loses his son during a hit and run, and he joins a police force for that. And just because of the death of his son, he just never really moves on and gets over it. So his family, the wife and other son, kind of falls apart, and things get really toxic. And then he gets partnered up with a guy that's Christian. And of course, his partner is black, so he doesn't really, he's one of those, he's a little discriminative, and he just doesn't like being with them. He doesn't want nothing. It's just like, they thrown together. So definitely, if you haven't seen this, check this out. If you follow me, you've heard me talk about this a couple of times. Really good movie. Next up, the last movie I actually watched, The Chill Factor. This is a great action movie. It's one of those comfort movies I watch quite a bit. Cuba Gooding Jr. I need to get this on Blu-ray because it's a freaking ride. I love it. It's a great action movie. It's got a lot of comedy as well. And you also got Skeet Ulrich, Peter Firth, David Paymer, music by Hans Zimmer. And another funny thing is, after watching this, and also just watching yesterday, I watched Pearl Harbor, which Cuba is in. Peter Firth is in it as well, a small role. So I saw him, wait a minute, I just saw him. I was he was in Chill Factor with Cuba. So I thought it was kind of funny how sometimes you see actors join up from one project to another. So they're both in this one, they're both in Pearl Harbor. But if you haven't seen this, I recommend checking this out. This is worth watching. You just want to have one of those good action comedies. This is it. It's definitely worth having in your collection. So that does it for the movies, but I did start watching. I've been thinking about watching this. I haven't watched this TV show for a while, but I got the whole series. So I busted them out, and I started, and I got through Castle. So here I got, watch season 1 and season 2 I just finished up the other day. It's a really good show. Nathan Fillion, he plays this crime author, And, as the series starts out, basically these murders are happening, and they're actually copies of, taken out of his books. So he actually ends up helping the police solve the crime, and ends up deciding he shadows the police department, Kate Beckett, and he starts writing a new series of novels, based on her character. They're based on her. So if you're into those crime dramas, if you like a little bit of comedy, I recommend checking out Castle. It is a really good show. I think there's 8 seasons in all. I think I've only watched them all once. So it's definitely something I've been thinking about lately. Because we watched The Rookie, which has Nathan in. So I've been like, man, I want to go back and watch Castle. So I dug them out and starting to watch them again. Again, if you like crime dramas with the comedy, if you like Nathan Fillion, definitely check out Castle. Really good show. So that pretty much does it for everything I watched in the month of March. Not a lot, and another kind of a light video. So in total, I watched 13 movies. 2 of those were, of course, streaming. The rest was all physical. Then a couple seasons of Castle, which I'm going to dive into more of those. So for the month of April, I'll probably still squeeze in some movies. I want to do some reviews. But all at the same time, I want to get through some of the Castle again, see if I can knock all those out yet this month. I do want to do theme months again, but I don't know, because I have some other themes I have in mind that I want to do. But I'm going to hold off on those, because a couple of them I was thinking about doing. There's some titles I want to watch I don't have yet. So I want to wait and get those. And of course, since I'm on a buying freeze, not buying anything at the moment. So I'm definitely going to hold off on doing any more themes until later in the year. Probably be toward the fall, since it will probably, over the summer, we'll have a couple of the grandkids probably. And it's really hard to get into watching movies with the kids running around. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed what I watched this past month. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on some of the stuff I watched? What are some of the things that you watched? What is your favorite? What are some of the favorite things that you've watched this past month? Did you do much streaming, or did you watch all physical? Did you go to the theater at all? Well, that's something, if you follow me, that's something we don't have the luxury of doing, because we have a theater about an hour away, but it's not the best. If we want a good quality presentation, we have to go clear to Wichita, which is 2.5 hours away. So going to the theater is really not an option for us. Doesn't happen. I think we did one back in February. We did that solo meal, which was really good. So those of you out there that live in areas that you can go go to the theater every week, damn, I'm jealous. I really wish I could, because I love going to the theater. I love the experience. Just can't do it. Also, let me know below what you think of, are you into watching a lot of TV shows? Do you watch a lot of old classic stuff, or just watch all newer stuff? I don't get into a lot of newer TV shows. We do some. I just like a lot of old classic ones, and I have a lot of old TV shows on DVD. One of these days I need to do a collection video of all my TV shows that I have. But that'll be quite a while in the distant future, because right now my TV shows are boxed up because I don't have shelf space for them. But it'd be cool to do a video showing off all the TV shows I have. Have some of the old shows like A-Team, the original Quantum Leap, original MacGyver, Cheers. I love that old stuff, and there's a lot of them I still want to get and add to my collection. So definitely let me know in the comments below what you're into. So I kind of rambled on there a bit, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.